bit of a wild card. She's, one of those big jacked women that they put in here instead of Becky Lynch because she's on SmackDown now. There's the brand extension. Winner of this, here's who I think what's going to happen. We're going to go elimination by elimination. First eliminated, as much as I hate it, I think it's going to be Charlotte. Now, I can see going forward, lately what we've had Charlotte versus Bayley, Sasha versus Nia Jax going into this match. Now I think we're going to flip it a little bit. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Sasha's going to win the title, but I think she's going to turn heel on Bayley. Now, hear me out. I know there's a lot of Sasha Banks fans out there. I love Sasha. I love Charlotte. I think we're going to have a double turn, either WrestleMania or you know what? It's going to be at the night after WrestleMania. What am I talking about? So, here's what I see. First eliminated, I think Bayley, Charlotte, Sasha are going to team up against Nia Jax. 3 of the 4 horsewomen taking out the new woman. And then Nia's going to shove Bayley down. And we're going to see Charlotte and Sasha try to get the pinfall on each other. They're going to pull each other away. And eventually, I think we see Sasha pin Bayley. We automatically get a new champion here on out. Then it's one-on-one Charlotte versus Sasha, which I think is going to be awesome. I think it's going to be a well-thought-out match. Hopefully this is given enough time. In the end, I think Sasha wins. Then the next night on Raw, you see Sasha and Bayley celebrating. When you see Sasha finally snap and take out Bayley. I think that would be good. We're going to get Bayley versus Sasha set up for the next show. The next big pay-per-view. Maybe we'll see Charlotte kind of maybe a little more tweener against Nia Jax. Who's... I can do that. A little bit of change. Still kind of got the same players, but little change is good. This match, I wish it isn't what it was, but storyline-wise, it makes sense. It's Shane McMahon, again, WrestleMania match against one of my favorites, a guy I've been watching for years, AJ Styles. Last year, Shane McMahon took on The Undertaker in a bit of a Hell in a Cell match. Not saying it was bad, but it didn't feel right. You know what I mean? Like Vince McMahon hired Undertaker to take out his son or whatever. I don't know. It didn't make sense. Storyline wise, McMahon Styles does make sense. I am hoping to God Styles finally gets his WrestleMania moment. His first WrestleMania last year against Chris Jericho was a great match. Styles ended up losing. And then, of course, you had the mark going, oh, he's buried. Then he won the world title not too long after that. But I think here you give Styles his first WrestleMania win. I think it's going to be underratedly good. I think both guys can put on a great match. I think it's not going to be show stealer good. I think it's still going to be good. Next match, a non-sanctioned match, which I believe means it's no DQ, which means we'll probably see some run-ins or something. We got Seth Rollins versus Triple H. The COO versus his former protege. Now, Seth has been going through some knee issues. He's kind of on the up and up now, which is fine. I don't think he's 100% yet, but I could see him taking a few bumps. A few moves from the game. We're probably going to see Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens come out. Try to beat him down during the match. Then, here's what I think. I think Seth Rollins definitely get some help now. He gets some backup in the returning Finn Balor. And then we're going to hear that music. Everyone's going to pop. We get a good face guy to kind of take on the new authority, the new Evolution group. Now, Seth, I could see Seth winning this, getting an upset victory after all the shenanigans. So I'm going to go Seth Rollins takes the win, but then he's going to go away, go rehab for a while. I want to get Seth Rollins 100% again. I'm sorry, Seth. And then he's going to pass on his face character, his vices, to Finn Balor, who is, he is a Triple H guy. He got brought into NXT by Triple H, but I think he'd be served better as a face. So that's going to be cool. That's going to be a fun little cluster you-know-what match. It's going to be fun. This match, this next match, I wish it was very different, but, we got what we got. The Whose Yard Is It match, The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. This was set up kind of around the Royal Rumble, when Reigns came at number 30. Why he would, I don't know. And why AJ Styles would, this is for another video for another time. I don't see this being a great match. This may be Undertaker's last. I really hope it isn't, because rumors are Roman's going to get a win over him. I don't think it should be a clean win either. Although Roman has been getting a little more heelish in his promos and stuff. So maybe, just maybe, we finally get to see a full heel Roman Reigns. And maybe, surprise, surprise, he's a part of the new Evolution group. They come out, distract Undertaker. 1, 2, 3, Roman wins dirty, stands tall with the rest of his mates. And I know Roman Reigns isn't exactly, Triple H guy. He's more of a Vince McMahon guy, but that's fine. You know what? We need something different from Roman. And goddamn, he needs to lose that bulletproof vest. It didn't work for D'Lo Brown. It doesn't work for him. We need something different from him. And I know he's a Vince McMahon guy, so Vince McMahon likes big sweaty man. Even though he's not that big or sweaty, so who knows? Who knows what happens? I say Roman wins dirty. He wins by interference by the Evolution guys. Now it's the match no one really wanted, but storyline-wise, it does make sense. For the Universal title, it's Bill Goldberg, yes, that Goldberg, against Brock Lesnar. And last time they had a WrestleMania match, it was probably the worst match in WrestleMania history. Both guys were on their way out. And it didn't help that Stone Cold was the referee. So maybe this will be a better one. Hopefully it'll be more than 2 minutes. And I know Bill's 50 now, so who knows? Maybe he takes a little bump afterwards. I see Brock Lesnar winning this. I don't think Bill Goldberg signed that long to a WWE contract, so I think he loses at Mania. We finally see Brock Lesnar get one up on Bill Goldberg. Does Bill come back in a rematch? Who knows? I don't know. I'm kind of tired of these two fighting. Maybe this is it for Bill. I love Bill Goldberg. I love his music. I always mark out when I hear anything about him. He has my respect always. It's time to see another guy in the main event. At least the Raw main event scene. Especially with Finn Balor now done with his injuries. He'll probably come back and claim the title he really never lost. Now, what everyone's been saying, the main event of the show, this last match, it's going to be an interesting one. You got Randy Orton, former protege, Royal Rumble winner, which I am so glad he is, against Bray Wyatt, the defending WWE champion. Who would have seen that coming at the Elimination Chamber? I sure as hell didn't. And I'm glad he did. Excuse me. Now, this story has been kind of weird. For a while, at least from before the Royal Rumble, Randy Orton was kind of the protege of Bray Wyatt, and he joined Luke Harper and the Wyatt family. Wyatt and Orton won the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Then Harper and Wyatt, was it Harper and Wyatt? No, it was Harper and Orton lost the SmackDown titles to American Alpha, who have now lost it to the Usos for, you know what? And then Royal Rumble comes around. Orton went with a surprise win over Roman Reigns. Thank you, God. And, yeah, he's kind of been slowly but surely tearing the Wyatt family apart. Luke Harper's now on his own. Hopefully he kind of stays on his own. But he needs his own thing. Instead of just being, oh, I'm a former member of the Wyatt family, but I'm still dressed as a Wyatt. He needs his own thing. Hopefully he still stays in the main event. Here's what I'm thinking for this match. This match may not be going over clean. I see Luke Harper coming down, interfering against Bray Wyatt, because they're kind of in a rivalry. Hopefully they get pushed a little bit more. And then we'll get another surprise in Eric Rowan, who's been out with injury for a while, and Orton's kind of taken his place for a bit. Now I say he comes back. It looks like he's going to punch Harper. Then they both kind of go after Bray Wyatt. After a ref bump, of course. This stuff isn't going to be legal. And then it'll end in DQ. I don't think that's right. As this is happening, Harper and Rowan then throw Bray Wyatt into the ring, into Randy Orton. He hits a big old RKO. He doesn't win, though. Not then. Not yet. Because then Bray is going to kick out. Harper and Rowan see this, but then the ref throws them out. Bray hits Orton with the Sister Abigail. 1, 2, no. Then it looks like Bray is going to hit Orton with another Sister Abigail. Turns it around, RKO. Orton wins. Now, a lot of people aren't going to like that, but I think after this, that would be a good payoff. It'll send the fans home happy, even though Randy Orton burned down Bray Wyatt's house. Freaking arson wins the WWE Championship. Who would have thought that you just gotta be a goddamn criminal to win the WWE title? Anyway. And then with that, we'll see. Hopefully then we'll see down the road a rematch between Orton and Wyatt. I think it's going to be a fine match with interference. And then maybe have Rowan and Harper doing their own thing as heels in the tag team division, which the SmackDown tag team division really deserves it. Okay, that's my predictions. Hopefully, maybe half of these will be right. We'll see over the weekend. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And just make it just 2 Sweet.